On the night of June 7, 2021, the dog kennels at the sprawling Moselle estate became the site of a brutal, close-range double homicide. The Murdaugh name carried a century of weight in the South Carolina Lowcountry. Since 1920, the family held the prosecutor's office across 5 counties, wielding absolute authority over who went to prison and who walked free. The patriarch of this legal empire, Alex Murdaugh, called 911 in a state of sheer panic. He told dispatchers he had just returned home from visiting his ailing mother and low from a nap, only to discover his wife, Maggie, and his 22-year-old son, Paul, brutally shot to death in the dirt. He built an airtight alibi on the spot. Paul's phone sat at the crime scene, containing a Snapchat video recorded just minutes before the shooting. It captured Alex's voice at the kennels, placing him at the scene down to the exact minute. He had lied to the police from the moment they arrived. If a man with a century of institutional power protecting him actually pulled the trigger on his own family, we have to ask what terrifying reality he was trying to bury with them. To the public, Alex Murdaugh was operating at the absolute peak of high society. He was a highly respected personal injury attorney, known for extracting multi-million-dollar settlements from major corporations. But his legitimate income couldn't cover his secret opioid addiction and sprawling luxury properties. To fund this massive deficit, he stole millions directly from vulnerable clients, diverting settlement checks meant for injured victims into a fake bank account he controlled. His freedom, his legal license, and his entire family legacy relied on a single point of failure: keeping those stolen funds hidden from financial regulators and his own law partners. That fragile secrecy fractured in early 2019. Alex's youngest son, Paul, crashed the family's boat into a bridge piling while heavily intoxicated. The crash resulted in the death of 19-year-old Mallory Beach. The ensuing fallout brought intense, unwanted scrutiny to the family. The victims' families filed massive civil lawsuits seeking damages directly from the Murdaugh wealth. To prove Alex could pay those damages, the civil attorneys prepared to subpoena his private financial records. They were going to open the books and look at every bank account he owned. A crucial hearing on that subpoena was scheduled for June 10, 2021. Alex was completely out of time. Within 72 hours, his partners and the court would see that the millions he claimed to have were gone, and they would see exactly where he stole them from. The wrongful death suit operated as a targeted legal mechanism. It was actively stripping away his wealth and guaranteeing the end of a 100-year dynasty. To survive the week, Alex needed an immediate delay to those civil hearings, and he needed an impenetrable shield of public sympathy to deflect his law partners away from his missing money. He calculated that an unimaginable family tragedy would buy him both. By executing his wife Maggie and Paul, the very son who had caused the boat crash, he could recast himself from a cornered fraudster into a devastated, grieving victim. The brutal logic worked perfectly at first. Out of respect for his loss, the courts immediately delayed the impending financial subpoena. The community and his law partners rallied around him, entirely shifting their focus away from his bank accounts. The double homicide was a chilling, calculated transaction. Alex traded the lives of his family members for a temporary delay in his own legal destruction. Historically, a Murdaugh could dictate the outcome of a local investigation. But the scale of these murders brought in the State Law Enforcement Division, outside investigators who owed the family nothing and could not be intimidated. Those investigators analyzed the Snapchat video found on Paul's phone. The footage recorded 3 distinct voices: Paul, Maggie, and Alex Murdaugh. That recording destroyed the claim that he was asleep in the main house during the murders. Once the timeline was broken, the state systematically dismantled his alibi. In March of 2023, a jury found Alex Murdaugh guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder. He was given 2 consecutive life sentences. The conviction triggered a cascade of financial and federal charges that stripped him of his assets, his license, and his reputation. The 100-year reign of the Murdaugh family over the South Carolina Lowcountry evaporated entirely. The digital records Paul left behind ultimately served as the evidence the state needed to pierce the family's historic armor. No amount of influence could erase the timestamp on a smartphone video.